I went to a real estate event this evening, and it was consisting of two panels. And the second panel was on a topic that is a little more amorphous. And the panelists were smart people, but there was something about it that felt a little fake. Like these people were talking about nothing and trying to make it sound like something. And as I was sitting there thinking this, I was also thinking to myself, well, maybe I'm just outdated. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just the old, out of date person in the room who doesn't get why this is important. But it really did not feel important. And I kind of felt a little crazy because I was sitting there thinking this and thinking to myself, what do the other people around me think? Am I the only person who thinks this? You know, are all these other people trying to make themselves believe this is important? Maybe it is important. But to me, it felt empty. And it felt like the people on stage were trying really hard to make it feel important because their livelihoods depend on it, their jobs depend on it. So it's important to be authentic. I think there are a lot of people who spend a lot of time being inauthentic and are really good at it and are successful from a financial perspective. I think there are people who are really good at making money because they've been able to convince other people that what they're doing is important when it isn't. And it's rare that you find people who are really authentic and successful. Who don't feel like they have to fool anybody and do well. Like they don't have to convince anybody that their role is important, that their job is worthwhile. They just believe it to their core. Because when you're trying to convince somebody else, you're trying to convince yourself because you don't entirely believe it. So you have to make yourself believe it. My feeling watching the people on the stage this evening was that they were trying to make themselves believe that their jobs matter. And maybe they do, and I just don't understand it. I mean, I think I understand. I mean, I understand it. I understand what they do. I just don't think it's that important. And maybe I'm wrong. But that was the opinion that I had. And I'm interested to know what other people think as well. So I may talk about this with some friends of mine and see what they think.